Well, welcome everyone to PhlattLine. Today we have Williamson Sintyl with us again. He was featured in one of our episodes about who is William Sintyl. I recommend you go and check that out because then you know what this episode's about. Um, Williamson, welcome back. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. So I'm so glad to be here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, can you tell us what is this visit about today? What are we talking about?
Well, I just released my new book called Rising from the Rubble, and it's 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 my earthquake story, and also I talk about my journey, how I came from being a survivor to where I am today. So I feel like I wanted to be back on your platform so more people can not only go and check out my book, but also to find ways to help them rise from their personal rubble.
Okay. Thanks for using this platform. We really appreciate you, and I'm sure the audience will really enjoy kind of hearing what this book is about and what do you hope to achieve by creating this book. So, Williamson, tell us just a little bit about why did you want to create a book?
Well, first of all, I titled the book Rising from the Rubble. So as you know, I was buried under a big building in the Haiti earthquake in 2010 for 28 hours. So after the earthquake, I was looking for ways to find my purpose. And I feel like my story, by the way, we all have story. And I feel like
Hmm.
I need to start writing my own story, not only for my children, my great children, but also for those who are going through some hard times. And I wrote this book. I started writing this book 2 years ago, Rising from the Rubble. And the message is to help people to understand that we all can rise. You can rise from your life circumstances, you can rise from abusive relationship, you can rise from anything you're going through in life. For me, not only I was able to rise from that earthquake, but also I have other things to rise in life. I have other things to overcome in life. So yeah, like I said, it took me 2 years to write this book, and I want to read something in the book that I said that I hope people can see. Yeah, right here. I
Yeah.
said inside this book, by the way, there are tons of not only stories but also experiences that I shared, from the dreams on my shoulders, where I talk about my 25 classmates who died from the earthquake, and then um, the lady in the blue dress, chapter 5. That's where I talk about that lady in my life. We all have someone in our life, like God, guardian angel, and someone who are protecting us, someone who's watching over us. And I talk about the lady in the blue dress, which was the lady who came to help me while I was under that building. And I'm still able to see this lady in so many occasions in my life. There are times where I'm having a hard day, or I'm going through some tough time. I was able to see this lady. I was able to feel this lady in my life. So it may not be a lady for some of us, but it could be maybe your uncle. He's watching over you. I talk about my lady in the blue dress who is watching over me, who's looking after me. So I said something. I said these small daily choices we make create the fabric of the reality we live. The promises we make to ourselves and others depend on following through with tenacity and conviction to the end. These choices and promises can be used to our benefit, or can be used to cause harm towards ourselves and others. This book provides ways, provide this book can provide some ways. Your different choices empower you to give and receive the best that life has to offer. So I feel like after the earthquake, I had to make a choice to either become a victor or a victim. So I choose my story as the teacher to help me become a victor in life. And I could have let my story define me after surviving the earthquake, but I use my story as the reason to keep going. I know after the earthquake, there was no water, no food, nothing to survive in Haiti. In a country like Haiti, after an earthquake, over 300,000 people died. Over a million of them were homeless, and still today. But for me, that was the beginning of something much better, something greater for my life. So I'm able to rise from that earthquake, and I feel like if I can rise from that and be who I am, where I'm at today, I believe that we all can rise and be the maker of our own destiny.
I love that. Oh, that's just beautiful. Um, it took you 2 years to write this book, but it's interesting because it was 28 hours um, underneath it, underneath all of that, right? So you're living that 28 hours, probably moment by moment, trying to figure out what is going to happen to me. And I'm do you feel like you're gonna create an additional series to this? Is it gonna be a series, or is it gonna be, um, I don't know, just kind of a one-off book? What do you think?
So the goal is not only to have a copy in your hand, but also to watch the movie, to watch the story. And we are working hard to make that not only the book where you get a book, you can go on Amazon and go buy yourself a copy. But also I'm hoping in the next couple of years we can have a movie that talks about my story, how I came from the earthquake when I was 16, all the things I had to go through, the promises I made while I was under that building, which I talk inside my book, which I talk in my book, how I was able to make a promise with God. If you save me, I am going to serve you. And talk about what I'm doing today in my life to help keep that promise through my foundation, Arise Project for Humanity, to empower young people in Haiti to help them rise mentally, but also rise from their circumstances. Because as many of you know, Haiti is one of the poorest country in the entire world. That's what we know, but this is not true. Haitians are the most resourceful people you can ever meet, and there are so many treasure inside Haiti. But the thing is, they need tools, they need equipment to know how they can dig and found those treasures. So you can have anything in life, but if you don't know how to get that, how to get them, you will never find greatness within yourself. So I do believe that Haitian needs mentors. They need to know how they can rise and be that victory people. We all know Haiti is the first black nation who claimed their independence, but they have to claim their independence every single day. It's a daily thing, but maybe they forgot that it was a daily thing. So they need someone to remind
Mhm.
them that it wasn't something 1804. You've got to be able to claim your independence every single day of your life. So I do believe that with the work that I'm doing in Haiti right now, we are teaching Haitians how they can change their mindset, rise from their circumstances, and then create their life and impact their community. So I know Haiti is a rich country. They have so many treasures, wonderful things among them, but they just don't know how to find those things. So yeah.
Makes sense. That makes sense. And it took someone like you and an experience like that to be able to recognize, those circumstances. I'm not sure what your experiences were growing up before 16, but you probably weren't thinking about how can I help better this country. You may have, you may have, um, you probably weren't thinking, how can I write a book? How can I turn this book into a movie? You know, I feel like that experience, that Rubble, that was yours, and that was something that kind of catalyzed and springboarded you into probably the rest of your life and into individuals' lives as well. So thank you for your survival and having that determination and will to survive. And we thank God for that as well, because he's the man.
Yeah,
Um,
that's right. That's
so
right.
so so you said you're going to Miami. Um,
Mhm.
you're going to do a book signing. You mentioned that kind of off screen here before we started. Um, what's in Miami? What are your plans to do there? When are you going there? What should people look out for you? You want to give them a shout out?
So yeah, it's not going to be in Miami. So the goal is to have a book signing in every single corner possible where I can sign the book, not only sign the book, but to connect people with the vision. Why do you write a book? Rising from the rubble. It's not only a message to help Haitians rise, it's something for people around the globe. It's a message to tell them, hey, you can rise, you can become the maker of your own destiny. So yeah, I'm gonna be in Miami, Lelo, Haiti for the book fair they're having this weekend. And also I'm gonna be in Utah in June, last week of June. We have a few events that we will be having book signing. I will be able to speak, share the story, and have some Q&A in Utah. So yeah, I'm just grateful for people that have been my supporters since day one. They are making this happen. They are contacting me, say, Williamson, I know you have a new book. I would love for you to come over. I can gather those in my community, make sure you can share the vision with them. So that's the goal, just to share the vision with other people.
Um, and I can feel the vision, I can see the vision, and hearing it from your experience from our episode that we've conducted um, a couple of months back, which actually dropped on Wednesday. So people can go and see a little and hear a little bit more about your story and yourself. You have quite a vision, and it's commendable and it's respectable. How do you keep yourself organized so that way you can make sure your trajectory of getting this book that's so wonderful out to the people? How do you anticipate on doing that?
Well, I do believe that universe is doing his own work, Universe is doing his own work. And the lady in the blue dress, I do believe this lady is busy right now. She's been busy working, and I talk about her in chapter 5 in the book, the lady in the blue dress. So I keep her busy. So we are not alone. There are things we cannot see. They are working for our good. So um I just have to keep that positivity that the book will go where it needs to be. The right person
Mhm.
will get my book, and the right person will connect with me. I just have to keep doing what I'm doing with the rise, with my family, with my personal life, and do the best I can, and the rest will follow. And it will. It will follow.
Yeah, yeah. So did you have any contributors to this book, or was this kind of sole just on you? How did that journey look to getting it from thought to completion?
Yeah, so it's a lot of work. And I'm that type of guy. If I start working with you and then maybe you don't believe that what I'm doing is something you should be spending your time with, and I'm not stopping until I'm done. And I've worked with a lot of people throughout this book. I've worked with them, I share the vision with them. I say, hey, I'm writing a book. My English is not perfect. I need you to help me with that. I would love for you to help me. Some people said, yes, I would love to help you. And a couple of weeks later, you never heard anything from them when you text them, when you reach out to them. But people are busy. You can't judge them or you can't blame them. If it's your dream, you got to make it happen. No one will come. So I I kept looking for more people. So I found Jessica. She's wonderful. She was able to help me with the editing process. And I I work with Stacy Macy. She did the design, the cover, the book cover. She
Mhm.
designed the cover. And
Let's see it again.
yeah, Rising from the Rubble.
Yeah,
So
beautiful.
yeah, but you, you know, I kept writing nonstop. But I do believe, like I said to you earlier when you asked me this question, when people give up on you, this should inspire you to keep going. And because I feel like when they gave up, it's not that they don't believe in the mission or in the vision or in the book, but they just don't see what I see or what I saw. So today I have my own book. It's my first book ever, and I'm just grateful for Stacy who helped me with the cover design, and with Jessica who helped me with some editing process. So yeah, I'm just grateful for every single people who helped me with the book. So yeah.
I love it. Love it. Thank you. Um, I think that what I'll do is if any of the audience wants to check out your book, I'll send them over. Do you just sell it at Amazon? Is it in stores? Where can we find this book so that we can get a copy of it? We want to read it.
It's on Amazon. You just gotta search for Rising from the Rubble, and you'll see the cover of me, of course, Williamson. And yeah, it costs $18, 17.95, close to $18 to get one. And also, it will be available in most of the libraries here in Georgia.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll
Yeah.
post a link down below. If anyone wants to go check out his book, go ahead and click on the link and uh, read it, grab it, and leave a review for him. If you have questions about the book, his story, please comment on it down below. And even in his episodes, you can ask those questions as well. We'd love to have Williamson back with us. He's almost like a partner with the channel because um, he's just kind of
That's
growing
right.
with us, and so that's kind of neat to watch him grow and develop in these aspects. So, Williamson, what do you want to say? Anything else about your book or anything about your story while I have you on this live review?
So I I I want everyone who are reading my book to understand that I had my own rubble, and we all have rubble in life. Things we've been buried for years. Your rubble might be abusive relationship. It might be you have doubt in yourself. Maybe you just don't know where to start and when to stop. Those can be your rubble. Or you just don't have the means or the resources. But I do believe that we all have been given power to rise from anything we're going through in life, to rise from any circumstances. So, my message for everyone is while you're reading this book, please find ways to help you rise from your personal rubble.
Love it, love it. Thank you. Um, it's now out. When did you say you released it? When did it get published?
April 19th. April 19th, yeah.
Okay. So about 10 days ago. Go ahead and
Yeah.
find your way down below and click that link and go get that book. Hopefully we'll see you at some book signing here in Salt Lake. All right, at least here in Utah. I know
Oh, yeah.
people throughout the country and the world will look for it. So thank you, Williamson, for joining us today for this book review. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much, brother. I'm so grateful for you, and thank you for believing in me. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And you just let me know how I can help in any other ways, and I'm available.
Okay, you're the best. Thank you, brother. You have a great day.
You too, sir.
I will. Thank you. Bye bye.
Ciao.